like a cousin. I'm from California, speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with. Talking y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's complete. Price toward Wheaton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Ready? They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. He wound up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Let's go. Let's go. Again, it's Benson. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he will score! Touchdown, New York. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get across the 20, smoke him down the 23-yard line.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krusty-Merritt. Going to mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Okay, ready?
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The throw here is complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
70 simple.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18.
Daniels with a give to Krusty-Merritt. He'll take this down inside the 30. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to pick it up with Krusty-Merritt. First down and more inside the 15. And he'll take this one in. Ja'Cory Krusty-Merritt, touchdown Commanders. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. The Commanders come right back to tie it at 7.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Get it. Go.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run here convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They'll go again with Benson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
7 times, 18 run.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Hawk 70 raises. 70, Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
So the first part of any interception, it just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Ready. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Ready up.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready up.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you think it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat. He does the rest.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Benson. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Oh, yeah. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
70 line, go!
On the toss, they go with Benson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Okay, break.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scattergold. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
Okay, ready.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Warriors, red. Packers 6, Mustang 19. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7.
Ready. Ready.
A give. Here's Benson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
19 Lions. Let's go. 70 Timber, 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now return coming from the 7. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Washington. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Giants 10. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Cap 60, cap 60. Here we go, stack. Hey.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Samuel going to see what he can do. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Krosky Merritt has it. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and
From
5.
the 44 now. Here's second and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? That's going to be caught. And he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Pick up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On first and 10, here's Daniel. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. The second down throw is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And the Commanders are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. The Corey Krusty miracle touchdown, Washington. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
On the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he's going to struggle to get that to the line. Maybe a yard. Johnny Newton there on the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Third down and 9.
Drop 50, drop 50. 70. 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
He fires downfield for Pitts, and that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And now it's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cut 19, cut 19.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 coming.
37.
breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Check. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. 19 Lion. Go.
Up the middle, Krowski Merritt, and he will have the Commanders' first down. He'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with third down runs.
On first down, Daniel. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Just his first catch. They have held him in check.